Hi everyone, thank you so much for being here today. And in this video, it is all about newborn essentials. What you're gonna need the first couple weeks, couple months of your baby's life, and what you can use to make things a little bit more easy. Now, Emmett is almost 3 months this month, which is absolutely crazy to me. But before Emmett, I had my first son almost 10 years ago. So there is just so many new things to use and explore, and I'm gonna go over all of that with you today. Okay, so for the first thing I wanted to go over is bibs, burp cloths, and onesies. Now, these are something that you're gonna be using a lot of. Emmett does spit up quite a bit. So we go through bibs and birth cloths and outfit changes quite frequently. The bibs that we've been using are these bandana bibs, and they snap in the back and they're so cute. They come in so many different patterns. These ones I got from Amazon, and everything that I'm going to be showing here I'm going to be linking in the description box, so you're going to have everything that I'm showing today. And they're pretty thick, so that it's going to protect the baby from getting wet. I do have a lot of the Velcroed bibs too, but I feel like these are a little thinner and that it gets through and it wets the baby a little bit quicker. So these bandana ones, I find that most of them are pretty thick, so that it's going to protect the baby's clothes. So all you have to do is kind of just change the bib after the baby spits up or during feedings. The burp cloths that we've been using are something that I found on Amazon, and I don't know if you can tell, but these burp cloths are so thick, and I swear nothing gets through it. I mean, I've tried wetting it and it rarely gets soaked. So we have been loving these. We do have the regular burp cloths as well that we use from time to time. This one came in a pack of 5 or 6, I believe. I will link these down below because these are a lifesaver. We love these so much. They're so big, so thick, and they really, really come in handy, especially if you have a baby that does spit up a bit. These are awesome. And for the onesie pajamas, these are a little bigger. These are 3 months because Emmett is in 3-month clothing now. But I highly recommend when your baby is first born to get something that has the zippers on the bottom. This way in the middle of the night, you don't have to unbutton things and then rebutton things, because we had a couple really cute outfits that had the buttons on the bottom, but it was so much in the middle of the night to be unbuttoning and buttoning again. But these onesies have the zipper right on the bottom so that you can just unzip and then he stays dressed on the top, which they didn't have these when Logan was a baby. So these are, I'm like mind blown by these. Everyone probably knows about these, but I really did not. So when I got these for the baby shower, I was like, what? These are so awesome. And they're really cute. Boy clothes have come a long way, let me tell you. When Logan was a baby, I swear it was only like baseball and basketball stuff or like little dude. Now these clothes are so cute and I love them. But I do highly recommend getting something that zips from the bottom up. I mean, don't get me wrong, we use the button outfits now. When he was a baby, it was so hard to rip open those buttons and button them back in when you're trying to get a routine and trying to get into the swing of things. So this does make life a lot easier. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is gas drops. Now, I'm not saying that you are going to need this, but it is so good to just have in the house just in case, because you don't want to have a fussy baby in the middle of the night and not be able to run out and get something. The one that my pediatrician recommended was the Mylicon, and we use the infant's Mylicon, and it's just gas relief drops. We did have to use this a lot when he was first born because he unfortunately does have a dairy sensitivity. So we found out by me eating dairy, I do breastfeed, so he would have horrible gas pains, and this would work almost instantly. We do love this brand, and this is it right here. I don't know if my camera's gonna zoom in. There you go. So it's just infant Mylicon, and it worked so well for Emmett, and I do recommend just having it in the house. You might not use it, but it's good just to have. So Emmett was born in January, which obviously in January you're not going to be outside in the sun, and babies are born lacking vitamin D. So my pediatrician did recommend us giving a vitamin D drop This one is from Mommy's Bliss, and what I like about this one is you don't have to put it right in their mouths. You just need one drop of this, and we put it on his binky, and then we just put his binky in his mouth, and he gets it. Or you could put it on your breast before you breastfeed. Now, not all babies are going to need these vitamin D drops, but Emmett would just so happen to be born in the winter, so he did have to take the vitamin D drops. But I do like this Mommy Bliss brand. Next, we're going to talk about boogers. Now, all newborns get boogers, they get congested, but from what my pediatrician has told me, and I have talked to a couple of my friends who exclusively breastfeed, and breastfed babies do tend to get a little bit more congested, a little bit more boogers, and Emmett does get boogers from time to time, big ones. And we do use this little booger tool. Now, Emmett hates it. He really, really does, but it works. And the little scoopers that they have one end for dry boogers that you can just scoop the booger right out. And then there's a smaller piece at the other end that's for wet boogers or long boogers that you kind of loop in and pull them out. This tool I use almost every single day, and I really love it. It's super easy to get the boogers right out. And we also use the boogie wipes because there is a saline in these. It is easy to just wipe his nose, put the boogers on it. I do recommend having these on hand. You just never know when they're gonna have boogers. I keep this right in my diaper bag, and I always have my booger tool with me because you can just tell that they're super uncomfortable when they have boogers in their nose, and you can see it right there, and it's easy to just grab it and get it right out. Next, let's get into breastfeeding essentials. Now, we exclusively breastfeed. So for any mom that is going to breastfeed, even if you supplement, these are some of the things that I found made life a little easier breastfeeding. When I first started, the first couple weeks, your nipples do get very, very chapped. Now we use the Earth Mama Organic Nipple Butter. I do love this one, and what I like about it even more is that before you're about to nurse, you don't have to wipe your nipple off. It's completely safe for the baby, so you can put it on right after you feed, and then whenever the baby feeds next, you don't have to worry about wiping. But for wiping, I do use these Bella Bee Nipple Nurture Wipes. I do love these, and not only for nurturing your nipple, but you know, you're feeding the baby and then you're putting your bra back on and you're running around the house, you're sweating, and just so you don't have to keep like rinsing your boob off. I love these wipes to just feel clean before and after I breastfeed the baby. And they are completely organic, completely paraben free, so you don't have to worry about any chemicals getting to your baby. These wipes are really good, and I really recommend these. Second thing is nipple pads for your bras. Now I have the disposable ones, which are nice, but I do have these reusable ones that I got from Amazon, and I really, really like these. Now with the reusable ones, you kind of feel wet throughout the day, like you know, okay, I need to change these pads. And these ones, they kind of just soak it right up, and you don't feel heavy or you don't feel wet throughout the day, which is, you would kind of think the opposite, which I was pleasantly surprised with using these. And it saves you money because you can just throw them in the wash, reuse them again. They have a couple of different colors, not that that really matters, but they are really cute and easy to just slide right in, which leads us to the nursing bras. These nursing bras are from Playtex. I got them from Amazon, and I should have had these cooked, sorry, before the video. But these are them, and they're really comfortable, really sporty looking. You're going to be wearing a bra pretty much all day, all night. There are times where I don't wear anything, but you do leak, so it's nice to have something on all day. And they just unclasp from the top here and come forward, so it's easy to just pop and you can start breastfeeding. And which I've learned recently, which I didn't know, I actually seen a YouTube video on this, is this strap here, if you're pumping, you can slide the pump right in, put this over the pump, clasp it in, and you can be hands-free. Now, speaking of pumps, I do have the Spectra pump, which a friend did give to me, but you can get it free through your insurance, most insurances. I do love the pump. I really am thinking about investing in a wireless pump because I do feel like it would make life so much easier because, you know, I don't have to tell any of you, you know what it's like having a newborn. It's so hard to just be sitting down and having to pump and holding it, not really be able to do much. I know a couple people who do have the wireless pump. It is an investment, but I feel like if you're going to be exclusively pumping and if you're going to try to do it for a long time, it's going to be worth it, especially if you want more kids after. I definitely do. So I am thinking about investing in them. I think it will make life a lot easier. Now I want to talk about the Haka. Now, I never even heard of this before. I did get this for my baby shower and had no idea what it was. And I knew it was like a silicone hand pump, and I had to watch YouTube videos on how to use it. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't use it every time, which I really, really should, and so should you, because this is what's going to help get you a little stash of milk. All you need to do, now I am lucky enough, I can feel my letdown happening. I know when it's going to come. So all you do is right before you breastfeed, flip it over like this. You just flip it over, you squeeze it, you put it right on your nipple, you let go, and cover it back up like this, and it's going to be suctioned to your nipple. And once you start breastfeeding, your letdown is going to happen, and it's just going to release your milk into here. Now, I usually get about an ounce or two, which isn't a lot, but when you keep saving an ounce or two, it does add up. So this is really handy. I know people who can get 4 to 5 ounces, so it really all depends on your milk supply, but this is really, really awesome to have. I do recommend getting this because you can start to build your stash in your freezer, in your fridge. This is really useful. There are so many things that you can buy to keep your baby in the middle of the day while you're doing things. There's dockers, there's rockers, there's swings, there's the boppy. We have literally all of them, and some he likes, some he hates. Now, I did get the Mamaroo for my baby shower, and I was so excited to get it. Right now, currently, he doesn't really like it. He will go in it now from time to time, but I was talking to someone at the Bye Bye Baby store and talking to a couple of my friends who I know had the Mamaroo, and what I've gathered is that newborn babies don't usually warm up to the Mamaroo up until about 3-4 months. Now, I'm not saying that this is for every baby, because I know some friends who said that they loved the Mamaroo right away, and it just doesn't like it. And I'm not sure what it is. I don't know if it's the bouncing, but we do have, which you can probably hear creaking in the back, I have him in here with me, is the Cradle and Swing by Fisher Price. He has the My Little Lamb. I had the same exact one for Logan, and he absolutely loves it. It's the one that just goes side to side, and you can turn it and it will go back and forth. He pretty much lives in this thing during the day when we're doing things around the house. He loves it. I do want to make the transition into the Mamaroo because I know from talking to my friends that the babies do eventually love the Mamaroo. But right now he doesn't like being in it, which I know he'll eventually grow to love it. And second is sleep dockers. Now, I did not buy or get the DockATot. I actually borrowed it from a family friend. He didn't like the DockATot. I've noticed with him that he does not like to lay completely flat, and the DockATot is completely flat. I have a couple more dockers that are just like that, and I actually found one on Amazon that he absolutely loves, and it's one of the ones that folds into like a canopy. I will show it to you in just a couple seconds. That one I got from Amazon from my baby shower, and he does prefer that over any of the dockers that I have. We have ordered so many of them, and this is the one that he does prefer. Now, he doesn't lay in it all the time, but when we do lay him flat, we do put him in this. We also have the Moses basket, which he doesn't mind being in, and actually when he was first born, I do have one of the sleep dockers in the bassinet in our room, and that's what he lays in because he did not like just laying in the bassinet. It was just too big, and he just got lost in it, and he didn't like it. We had the bassinet, the Moses basket in the bassinet. But with the Moses baskets, there's little pieces that fall off, and I didn't want him in there all the time. He does like laying in the Moses basket though. And another thing that we do have is the Maxi Kazi rocker, which he really likes. We have him in there also a lot as well during the day. So this is the sleep docker that we have that is almost pretty much identical to the Docketot, but it's half the price. But this one you could tie at the bottom to make it kind of enclose more so that it comes into like a little cocoon, so it gets a little closer like this, and it's so cushiony and really soft. And he does like being in this over the Docketot. They're very similar, but he prefers this one, and like I said, it's half the price of the Docketot. Baby wearing. Now, I so desperately want to find a wrap one. So if any of you have one that you love, please comment down below which one you use. I used one with Logan once, and I couldn't figure it out, but I'm sure they make them easier now. But this one we have that I love, and we use this all the time. If you need to get stuff done around the house and baby wants you to hold him or her, this is awesome to just put him right in, walk around. Almost 99% of the time he falls right to sleep. Even going to the park, if you know, now with having to social distance, I don't like having him in the carriage when we go to the park. When I take Logan to the park, it's easier to just have him on me, so I know that he is really away from everybody. And this one is from the brand Infantino, and it is really nice. It seems like a lot, but it's really easy to get on and snap, and he's really in there. And this is a 4-in-1, so you'll be able to eventually have him this way. It goes as a backpack, and then in the front for him while he's an infant. And I really do recommend getting one of these because you're gonna need it, you're gonna use it, and you're gonna love it. Cutting your baby's nails. I feel like the sound of that will give any mom anxiety, but fear no more. They now have, which I say that because they did not have this when Logan was little, a nail trimmer. Like, this is genius. It is so genius. And it is literally like a nail file, an electric nail file. And it's so easy to use, and he doesn't even notice that I am trimming his nails. It really takes stress off of you, because I remember cutting Logan's nails when he was a baby, and it was awful. Like, it was so stressful. And now I feel like we don't have to stress anymore. I really do recommend getting something like this. It's super easy to use, and you don't have to worry about cutting the baby's finger. And next, I have things for Cradle Cap. He doesn't have Cradle Cap, but he does have dry patches around his head. And from the brand Bella Bee again, which is all natural. I really do love this brand. It is Be Gone Cradle Cap, which is the baby shampoo. It's to soothe baby's itchy, flaky scalp, and it's made with oatmeal, tea tree oil, and shea butter. Hypoallergenic and paraben-free. We do use this on his head. And I also use this baby oil that I got from Bye Bye Baby. And using the both of these, I do see a small difference in his scalp and a huge difference on his forehead and eyebrow area. It was super dry, like super dry. He would have patches everywhere, and it would be flakes in his eyelashes. And after starting to use this, it's almost completely gone. So you don't have to get a baby oil, but it does work. It really does. And to have this in the house just in case you don't know if your baby's gonna have Cradle Cap or not, and this really did help Emmett. So for your baby's detergent, I recommend using Dreft. This is the stage 1. Babies are born with such sensitive skin, and this is hypoallergenic. I know people who just use unscented laundry detergent, which is totally fine. This is what we use for Emmett. Logan had very sensitive skin as a baby, so from the beginning, we always had to use everything unscented. But the Dreft is so nice, and there's the stage 2, which is the active baby stage. Right now, we're currently on stage 1. Now, Emmett does spit up a lot, so a lot of the times that his clothes or his bibs still have a little bit of smell of the spit up after we wash it. So we actually got the Dreft fragrance beads too, which I didn't even know they made. I actually seen it at ShopRite recently and picked it up, and this does make a big difference in masking the smell of the spit up. Next, we're gonna move on to bath time. Now, when I had Logan, I was very extra. It was my first baby. I got a tub that had like jets. I never used it, never. It was just way too much. And he hated it. He cried and screamed the whole time. It was just a lot. All you need is one of these plastic tubs that sits right in your sink. It's awesome. It really is. It's 20 bucks. It's from the First Year. This is a brand. I got it from Amazon. It has a newborn side. It has an infant toddler side. They have a canopy that hooks right in here. He lays right in the center here. I am getting to the point now where after I wash him, I will put him back in, but I'll unclasp this. So you can see that it has the newborn side, the toddler side. So I'll put him back in, holding him, and he can kind of like kick his feet around, and he loves it so much. But seriously, this is all you need. Next, I want to talk about the hatch. We use this almost every night. I love it so much. It has a bunch of different nursery rhymes on here, songs. It has sounds, white noise, there's crickets, there's wave sounds. Emmett loves it, and this also changes colors. Right now he is in our room, so when I'm nursing him in the middle of the night, I always turn this on to kind of try and relax him. And this song is Emmett's favorite on here. And you can, like I said, change the colors of this, but everything is just so peaceful, and you can hear it now. We always have this song on. He loves this. Emmett loves like the chimes, the nursery sounds, and if you just click the top, it changes the color, it changes the sound, it changes the noise, the music, and it hooks up right to your smartphone, so you don't have to get up in the middle of the night to keep clicking forward or next song. You can do it right while you're laying down with your baby. Next thing I want to talk about is stroller and car seat. The stroller that we have is the Mockingbird. I love the look of the Mockingbird. It is very sleek, it is very modern, it has the leather on the top. I did at first want to get the Upper Baby, but it is very expensive. I feel like the Mockingbird is a luxury stroller, but it's half the price of the Upper Baby. Now, if you are an Upper Baby lover, please buy the Upper Baby. It is a great stroller. I know so many people that have the Upper Baby, but the Mockingbird is a luxury stroller, and it is half the price. And the thing that I love about the Mockingbird stroller is it's buildable. So we have the single stroller now, but if I were to have another baby, you just buy the adapter and the second part, and you can build on the first stroller that you have to make it a double stroller. With the Mockingbird, they don't have a car seat that they have. I'm sure eventually that they will. We do use a Maxi-Cosi car seat right now, which we absolutely love. And it pairs well together. I have a all black Maxi-Cosi car seat, so it does look good with the Mockingbird stroller. The Mockingbird stroller is so easy to assemble. It literally folds right out, folds right back in, and we love it. So this is the bassinet that we have in our room for the baby, and this is from the brand Baby Joy. I will link this for you all. And inside of it we have a sleep docker from the brand Baby Delight, and this slight elevation little sponge here is from Oko Baby, and it just elevates him a little bit, not anything crazy. He does spit up a little bit, so that does help. And this little setup is perfect for him. He did not like sleeping in just the bassinet, so that's why we decided to get the little sleep docker for him. And actually right here I'll show you is the Owlette docker, and the sock is charging right now. The last thing I want to talk about is the Owlette. Now, I know some people don't like the idea of the Owlette because if you have anxiety, you're constantly on it checking to see, oh my God, is my baby okay? But coming from someone with anxiety, I will tell you that I sleep better at night knowing that we have the Owlette Smart Sock on him. I'm not gonna lie, We did have a false alarm one time. It was very scary. It did go off saying that his heart rate dropped. And I did reach out on a mom group asking if this has happened to anybody before, and it is more common than I thought, which made me feel a lot better. But at the same time, it is a little worrisome that you could get a false alarm, but Emmett has been here for 3 months. We have only had the one false alarm, and knowing that, God forbid, something were to happen, it is going to alert us. So it does take his pulse ox and his heart rate. So if any of them drop or get too high, you are going to get an alert sent straight to your phone, and also on the docking station where you charge your sock, it alerts, it turns red, and it's a really loud siren noise. So you're gonna hear it, you're gonna know, and you can go right to your baby to make sure that he or she is okay. Now me, I love it. I know that there's some people that I've read that don't even want to take the chance of getting it because of the false alarms and because of them constantly checking it. But for me, it is a peace of mind knowing that I can sleep knowing that, God forbid something were to happen, I am going to get an alert. So that is it for my newborn essential video. I hope you liked it, and I'm going to link my social media in the description box. If you have any comments, if you use any of these things and you really like them or have any suggestions for me, please do not hesitate to either comment or reach out to me on social media. I look forward to hearing from everybody. If you have any video suggestions, please let me know. Thank you so much for being here today, and I'll see you in my next video.